Welcome to startbuilding.me, and I've got a new floor. How about that? It feels good not stepping on a sheet now. I've actually got something firm to stand on. Anyway, startbuilding.me is my concept to educate you on the fact that exercise is mandatory, just like eating, sleeping, going to work, going to school, whatever it is that you do, you have to exercise, folks. How did I explain it the other day? Basically, if you don't, your body won't work properly if you don't work your body. So you've got to work the body, folks. You've got to get it through a few cycles of raising your heart rate, increasing your blood pressure, and then dropping it down again. So basically every night we're going to be doing squats. Anytime that you walk past this and see this video, you don't have to be here. You just have to think, okay, I've got a squat as well. So what is a squat? You sit down on a chair and stand back up. You sit down on the edge of your bed before you go to bed, and you can stand back up if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, like me, because I'm a savage, rampant tea drinker. So hello Ben, good to see you. I've got a new floor here, it feels good. I went to hustle the Facebook buy, swap, sell, and picked up a new floor for $10, so it's a little bit weathered, but I like it. It feels firm, so it feels perfect for squats. Why is a firm surface good? Have you noticed I never wear shoes, folks? Now, if I get sponsored by Asics, Nike, whatever, wink, wink, I will wear shoes. But most people, if you're training as a power lifter or Olympic lifting, you want to have bare feet, basically, right? And the purpose behind having bare feet, as I said, is our feet have evolved with our shoes and we've lost that tactility. We've lost, Mowgli for sure. We have dexterity in our toes. If you look at ballet dancers, they can pick stuff up with their toes and stuff. It's pretty creepy. It's funny. And or if you go to Indonesia or Malaysia, where people wear sandals, flip-flops, jandals, whatever you want to call them. If you call them jandals, get out of here, you filthy Kiwi. Just joking. I love Kiwis. If I go there, I'm going to lock myself there and never come back. It's an awesome country. Anyway, you just like when you get grip strength in your feet, you can teach your feet to spread that weight. Yeah, they've got muscles in your toes, right? So when you're lining up, and now look, I actually do have a line to line my toes up with. So I'm trying to line myself up with feet. Oh yeah, I've tamed down the old cloud bot as well, so people can spam links, and I still put the swear word caps in because trying to keep this PG audience. I want anyone to be able to come in and enjoy the good word from the Book of Gordo. Anyway, I have got an actual line here. So when I'm squatting, you want to keep that toes light up. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, you can't take tribalism from humanity. People will find a way. People are relentless. Anyway. Trying not to switch off my mic now. As my thighs get bigger, my jeans, my shorts get tighter. I went to Big W, which is like the Australian Kmart, which is about as all out as I spend on gym and active wear. They're all sold out. So inflation is beginning now, folks, because as you notice, what happens with inflation is that, the purchasing power goes down, so things start costing more. So that also applies to the suppliers. So a wholesaler can't buy as much material to make, a primary producer can't purchase as much material as they used to be able to. So they produce less. So that makes less available for the wholesaler and then less available for the retailer. So in the end, it's just like, you'd be happy to spend $100,000 on a pack of noodles, but there's not going to be any noodles to buy. Anyway. There's my economics lesson for today. I'll get back into it. So here I've got some lines. I might put some markers down as well, some tags or some sort of tape. And we're sitting back into our heels, weight's going up. Now, have I changed my cameras again? Sorry, folks. So there we go. I don't know why it just all of a sudden decided to change up. It's annoying. Anyway, that looks more natural in a not very natural way. Anyway, I was looking a bit startbuilding.me. Yeah, well, look, I will. Everything's going to be startbuilding.me. So finance, like I said, even like how do you do a Windsor knot and how do you fit a suit properly? Like I said, it's for the generation of parents who are slave laborers I think it was, remember Jill in Year 9? Jill Kennedy said that, or I think Rashad was saying that she said that the office is the salt mine of the 21st century, and I just thought, right on. She's definitely right about that. Anyway, my point being is that this is going to be a resource, a vetted resource where people can contribute, sort of like Wikipedia, and whittle out the garbage. So kids that, don't have that much time with their parents or only have a parent can get some sort of basic advice into start building themselves effectively. And like I said, the best video game character that you're ever going to build, folks, is yourself, right? So start trading me as well. I'll shill all kinds of penny stocks and Ponzi's to get kickbacks off. Just joking, folks. I would never do that. If I tell people to buy cryptocurrency, Bitcoin only, folks. If you want to get into shit coins, aka altcoins, and you got a high risk, profile, then go for it. But other than that, I'm going to be talking about very modest biotech, very modest technology, and Bitcoin only. So let's do some squats, folks, and I'll explain what I'm doing. I'm lining my toes up on my fancy new floor, and I'm not orange anymore. As you see, I get very easily distracted when my color is off. I'm just like, oh no, I've finally done it. I've blown up my liver. Finally, I stopped drinking a year and 2 months in, and now it's just decided to die just to spite me. No, it hasn't. My ALT values the last time I did a blood check, and my blood panel was perfect. So for reasons unknown, folks, the cockroach man, the walking dead, as I've been talked about by surgeons before, I simply cannot die. My liver, kidneys, blood count, full blood count, orders, everything is phenomenal for me. So it could be genetics. People like to, use genetics, in my opinion, as a coping strategy. Like, you've got muscles, Gordo, because of genetics. It's like, no, I've got muscles because as of 8 years old, I was running 2 kilometers a day playing competitive sport, folks. Used to ride everywhere on my bike. I used to eat like a pig. And I've been doing weights since I was about 11 or 12, it's nothing worthwhile in life. Nothing in life worthwhile doing is easy, as my old man said. And also another piece of advice from my old man, the harder you work, the luckier you get. So when people are always like, oh, I was never that guy, I had to train really hard to get where I am, and it's just like such a slap in the face to me. Like, oh yeah, I just sat around and did nothing. Just genetics got me here. Unbelievable. Folks, I put it to you that genetics are 3%. Genetics are Mr. Olympia, right? If you want to become the Mr. Olympia bodybuilding champion, since how we turned out, I wouldn't be surprised at all. They'll probably have a good powwow. And he's mellowed out a lot in his old age. It's good, There were times I wanted to shake him like a British nanny, but now we get along very well. The old sluds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do a wider stance one now to try and keep my back straighter. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're working the legs. We're working your lower back. All these muscles help you with your anterior pelvic tilt to keep your back and pelvis straight, so you will end up having better posture, folks. So all this stuff builds up starts building up to a whole bunch of things from just this simple exercise. I really like my new floor, $10. I thought I went there in true classic Gordo ruthless businessman nature, handed it a 10, took the mats and just said, that's amazing. I would have spent triple the amount on this. And she's like, I'm moving. I didn't care. And I was like, nuts to you, copper. And left, just joking. Just a bit of itchy and scratchy humor there. Yeah, so, you know, I digress massively. If you've got something firm to step on, you can really feel your toes in the ground. You can flex your toes, folks, just like you can flex your fingers. You're sending a message to your brain saying, I'm about to do something that requires coordination. I need you to coordinate and stabilize the muscles so I can do this coordinated exercise. So, standing wide, stand in any way that's comfortable for you. Weight's going to the outside of your feet. Your toes are lined up straight, else your body twists when you go down. You don't want to do that. You want to have your weight going down, keeping your back neutral. You don't want your back doing that, folks. So that's why, for me, I like to go wider. If I'm going to be doing a barbell squat or a heavy squat, I do a sumo stance, a wide stance squat, so it keeps my back straighter instead of rolling forward like I normally do like that. Now, that's fine. I'm not going to be a form stickler, especially not when there's weight. I just want people to get that unconscious incompetence through to conscious incompetence, where people are just coming here and saying, hey, I did 5 squats. And I'll be like, awesome. If you signed up with Twitch, as I always say, sign up, subscribe. I've got to say this every time at the start. Man, these shorts are getting tight. That's hilarious. If you sign up on Twitch, and I notice Benny Von Bonbon has, you're rising up through the ranks and it's putting your points in there. So it's just my test system that's going to have the app that integrates this. So it's like going to be like a sort of have a demographic, have an average amount that people could do, and sort of just present some data over the whole population demographic. So that's further down at this, further down the track at this stage. All I'm trying to do is get people to give me feedback and also obviously learn how to do squats properly. As I said, anybody who's a friend of mine has to know how to do this, and if not, you can get the hell out. Just joking. But seriously, it's something that really everybody should have to be able to do this, and effortlessly, folks. It's just your body weight, right? When it gets to the point where you're struggling to keep yourself up, then obviously, like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Something's wrong, right? It's easily rectified. It's free to, to improve this, and I can't stress it enough. It will absolutely improve your life in every single way. And it all starts with this, a squat. All starts with that. Sit down, stand up. Sit down, stand up. Sounds like Homer Simpson, right? As I get older, sort of like Beavis and Butthead, I realized that I was Beavis and Butthead, or Ben and I, or my sister and I were Beavis and Butthead on the couch there, pretending to, or trying to smoke and drink beers and watch death metal videos. It's like Homer Simpson. The older I get, the more I realize, damn, apart from the kids and the wife, I'm totally Homer Simpson. Anyway, I'm going to stand wider again. I'm going to try and get some squats out. So I'm going to focus on my form, folks, now that I've got my fancy new floor that I've sprayed with hydrogen peroxide, my absolute favorite product to spray around the house. 50% hydrogen peroxide. When absolutely everything on the surface has to die and breaks down to water so you don't have any residue. Anyway, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's 14 minutes now. We're going to keep 5 more minutes on the clock to 20 minutes, and then I'm going to be out of here. Why? I've changed a shift in bushing in my Beetle. That went really well. Took the angle grinder out to the front fender. so I could get so I could polish my shaft, my shifting column, and use the old wet dry on that, back and forth, and then what did I put on it? Just some just general purpose grease. Now the short throw shifter that I have in the Beetle, it's like a drag shifter. It's really a short throw. So instead of being like the Beetle is, it's just like chick, 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 chick. So you don't have to do that in the car. You just sort of can be close together. And then I've got a Italian Momo steering wheel, 350 mil that I'm putting in because it's like 500 mil, the original one. It's like, so I'm like driving it, it's like rubbing along my thighs. So I'm changing that. And Keith, somebody's coming into the house, probably just walking past it. And that will be a nice upgrade for this week, doing the shifting and the steering. I get my crankcase back from the machinist who's put in it 92 millimeter piston holes in it, and soda blast in it, so I can put a 2.3 litre engine in it, currently 1500 cc. I'm putting it to 2300 cc, so it's 50 horsepower now. I'm planning on getting to about 140, which is, you know, almost 3 times the amount of horsepower as its stock is. Yeah, mate, 100%. Like, you know, instead of like like I said, it's a prototype, so there's not going to be many people viewing. I said it was like, you know, jacking off a donkey beforehand. You know, it was just like in the passenger side shifting, and it was just insane, man. So, yeah, as I get older, more T-Rex, I want to control it that way. Anyway, 17 minutes, another 3 minutes on the clock. How many can we do in 3 minutes? Let's see, just casually, right? 3 minutes is what I used to do on startbuilding.me for squats, folks. Stand wide. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, folks, look, I'm not really short of breath doing that. I'm just short of shorts. I'm looking like the old Pancras fighting where they used to have like grape smugglers on budgie smugglers. Anyway, I'm getting sick of pulling my shorts down. It looks like, you know, with the pockets, with those chicks with the jean shorts on that have the pockets sticking out their legs. That's basically the look that I'm rocking at the moment. Yeah. I usually wear tracksuit pants because I get self-conscious of it, but it's starting to get too hot. So I'm wearing my trail shorts. It's like people, you know, riding motocross on the trails where I'm walking the dogs. I'm there without my shirt on and my shorts, walking past, listening to drum and bass, and they're like, queers. Nah, just joking. They're all cool. Everybody you bump into, all lads, are like, hey man, what's up? Roller boots. That would make a mad video with the roller boots, like old school roller skates, and I'm on the trail, like dirt and sand and stuff. It's like not even rolling, just like you're like cracked off your head or something, rolling down. Get people to video it and have all the motocross dudes and mountain bike dudes. And on the trails in between their dudes, just take their 4x4s out in the afternoon, have a few beers driving. It's like proper 4x4 trails. Cause, mate, it's, you know, tropical North Queensland. We're here 4 hours as north as Cairns, Mission Beach 2 hours, Mackay I think 2 hours or 3 hours south, Mackay and Bowen. So pretty out there. But that would be an awesome video, and I'm going to have to do something like that. Townsville in t-shirt as an advertisement, just as a joke. Mate, I owe you for royalties. That's definitely going to happen at some stage. Yes, totally. Have the, you know, the short shorts and the pulled up socks, you know, mate. I can see you painted a picture perfectly. I love it. Anyway, okay. I I'll put another 2 more minutes on the clock so I can, because I digress. Wide stance, sitting back into your heels, arms coming out as a counterbalance, sitting back into your heels with the weight going to the outside of your feet. Breathe in, breathe out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll do another 10 and then we'll call it quits. I'm stoked. I'm stoked with that video. It's got such jackass vibes to it. I'm sure that they've done some sort of roller skating video. I think, yeah, roller skating into the bull rink or something like that. I can't remember. There's like a song about a roller skating in a bull ring or something. I can't remember. Anyway, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip off that as the Townsville video. We've got 10 more. And look, folks, it's like this is better than, I'd say better than a 5 kilometer walk, folks. So a 5 kilometer walk takes me about 40 minutes, maybe 45. 40 minutes, no, 40 minutes. So this is 20 minutes. This is half the time for, I think, the same amount of expenditure. But because you're doing weights, they say, studies have shown that the effects of weights linger up for 72 hours after the exercise itself. So it keeps on burning fat. Man, 100%. And I mean, I walk at least sort of 10 to 12 kilometers a day just because I like getting out, and I've got a bit of time on my hands at the moment. And I can walk all day and it doesn't take that much. But if I'm here for now, without talking about, you know, boogie nights, roller skate derbies, you've definitely burned more energy. And like I said, up to 72 hours after, it's still having a thermogenic effect where it's burning fat, increases the blood pressure in that sacroplasmic red muscle mass. So it continues to burn the fat, and since we're doing it every day, it's overlapping and overlapping and overlapping and snowballing and snowballing and snowballing, which is just why, holy SHIT, folks, this is not something that you can cut corners with. It's just something that needs to have that neuroplasticity reset, really think back to that primal part of our existence that we used to have to hunt for food. We used to have to go and collect and forage stuff, folks. If you didn't, you didn't eat. So it's one or the other. If you didn't do the exercise, that was cool, but you didn't eat that day either. So now we eat all the time and we don't exercise. It just doesn't work. I can keep on talking about this till kingdom comes, so let's do another 10 and we'll call it quits, folks. Awesome. Toes lined up, looking straight ahead. We're sitting back into our heels. Weight's going to the outside of your feet so you don't twist and have bad form, which will cause all kinds of problems. And you breathe in to keep your body stable. By breathing in, filling up your lung cavity, you'll keep your body taut. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to go get a kebab, folks. I was just polishing my spare VW sign that's going to be the crocodile logo. I'm going to go down to a metal fabricator tomorrow with a concept and get them to make a VW sign with the Townsville and V with the serrated crocodile teeth in it. So that's another thing that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And folks, if you can't make it here to any session and you catch this buzz on, you don't even have to be looking at the video. You just have to think, I'm at my office desk. I am waking up in the morning. Just get into the habit of standing up when you get out of bed and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and go and have a shower, go to the bathroom, go have a glass of water. Well, like me, it's like the Darjeeling Limited When they're all in the train, I'm like, sublingual B12, zinc, fish oil, glucosamine, iodine drops, like, it's crazy. But, you know, you don't have to be so crazy yet, but I'm going to get you all into that. Folks, that's it. As always, love it. Short and sweet, 25 minutes, and at least 20 minutes of that was just me talking SHIT. Awesome, man. That's awesome. That is, yeah, man, exactly. That's exactly the plan. People will be like, I can do heaps of these. It's like, yeah, you can, and it's way better than any other exercise that most people do. People go to the gym and stand on a treadmill and walk. It's just like, boosh. Anyway, just joking. If that's what does it for you, folks, walk on the treadmill, all the more power to you. Love you, mate. Take it easy, and see you tomorrow.